Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. Glad you guys are here. You guys remember this thing, right? This I think it's an E350. Had all the fueling issue and the bubbles in the fuel tank. There's a previous video on this specific vehicle. I'll leave a link to it down in this video's description. Oh yeah, that's the one with the key that doesn't do key things. Anyway, I need to get this thing into the shop. We're gonna go ahead and pull the tank down and toss a fuel pump in this, throw some fuel back in there, and then we'll see if we can't get this thing to start and run, and then I can diagnose why it does not run very well. Now, since I can't get it in there, what I'm gonna do, and since this is here, is just hook the yard ATV up to this. We're gonna tow it in. We're gonna get around the corner of death. We're gonna get it into the corner, back in the shop on the big lift, and I'm gonna pull this tank down. So stay tuned, because this is gonna be a very good video. Happening Z hood. All right, now let us starting the engine. This is not the van engine, this is the UTV engine, but we're gonna use this as the tow truck to get that out of the parking lot and into that shop over yonder. Ring. Finally, I can have some fun today. Woohoo! There's so much to do and so little time to do it, and not enough employees. I might need some assistance in the future. I'm running out of manpower here. This one-man show things gets a little rough every now and then. I think the strap right here will do it. Let's hook this guy up. Oh, how about, yeah, that's safe. We'll do that. And let's see, around here, I'll just loop it around, hook it on. Nothing crazy. There we go. That'll work for now, right? Sure. Why not? So what I'm gonna do here is tow this backwards so I can get the unit in front of the van, and then I'll just push the van in with or maybe, oh, you know what? I'll get wife unit to drive the ATV. That'll work. Yeah. May I borrow you for a split second? What you got there?
It's like a drink of some sort.
You spilled it on the floor. Okay, come here, help me out real quick. I need you to drive the tow vehicle, the little one. Okie doke. So what we need to do is you got to drive that, put it in 4 low, and then tow me back to just drive up to like where that shadow is, and then we can stop, because then we need to use this to push that in and around the corner of death over yonder, okay?
Yes.
So put it in 4 low, or 2 low, all the way down, all the way down. See how it says L?
Yes.
That's where we want. Go ahead and pull forward a little bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good, stop. I failed. Back up. Come on back up. Don't run me over. Come on, back up. Back up, 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 back up. Okay. Back up more. You can do it. Ring, come on. Come on, come on, there you go. Whoa, you ran me over. All right, let's try this again. There, try that. Okay, pull forward again. Good, hold on. Wait, stop. I literally said, whoa, whoa, stop, hold on. And
I thought you said go.
How do you not know what the words mean?
When you said whoa, it sounded like go.
Okay, all right. Let's put this thing in neutral. All right. Hey, go ahead. Stop. Nope, the thing's slipping. Hold on. Back up some. This thing is pulling out of the thing there. It's not working. Come on back. Good. Okay, go forward some. Keep going. Good, stop. There we go. Maybe that'll work. It's either gonna work or it's not. If it doesn't, then we'll figure something else out. Okay, brake off, neutral. Okay, go ahead. Slow and steady, there you go. Turn to the left. Good. Nice. All right, detach. Detach. Okay, back up and go around to the front of the van, please. her going. Aha. Okay, keep going back. Keep her going. You're gonna parallel park it like right there. And then we're gonna use the front to push this thing inside. Yep. All right, cut it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go. Why are you stopping? I say go, you stop. No comprende. This way. Is this gonna work? Come on up, come on up, come on up. Keep coming up. I don't know if this is gonna work. Are you gonna go up? Come on. Stop. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Yeah, there's a steel support bar like right here. This is gonna work. Okay, back into neutral we go. Oh. Let's park, reverse, neutral. Got her. All right, let's go. Back it up. Is it gonna work? Go ninja go. It's working. We're rolling. Okay, we're moving. It's dark. I can barely see in the mirrors, but we're going. We're going in. It's working. Woo! Okay, we're pretty close. Let's go out and assess the situation. Let's see. Ninja kick. Close that. And we just gotta kind of come around and back in. I think we can do this. This is going to work. I need to move this out of the way. And the snow shovel. It's my Florida snow shovel. And you guys will say it's not actually a snow shovel. I know. No worries. Alrighty, try it again. Say hi. Alright, a little bit more. Easy. She wrecked into. Come on. Come on. Come on with it. Yeah, you're good. She's really, 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 really nervous. Slow and steady, just like that. Yep. Slow and steady. And I'm cutting it a little bit. Got to swing the turn. We're going, we're going, we're going. Come on. Great balls of fire. It's totally working. Okie dokes. So we're in position here. The rack is set. Moving on up. Green subscribe button. Thing we do here. Looking good. Let's do the recheck real quick. Yep. Yep. Backside, I see that one. I see that one there. Let's give her the old shake test real quick. Make sure it doesn't fall down and fall down. We don't want to do that. Okay. So we're good. Let's go ahead and get this thing all the way up. I'll secure it with some extra jet stands so it's not weeby wobbly, and then we can pull this tank down. Alrighty, so here's the plan. Here's what we're up to here. I am going to remove this strap on the tank. Wait a minute. Oh, I see how we did this. The bolts are here and another one over here. Yeah, so I'm pulling these two straps down. We'll put a big jack under this thing, lower the tank down, disconnect it, and then I can get to the fuel pump module inside of this unit. Okay, first things first, since this thing's got a little bit of oxidation on everything, we're just gonna give it some lubricant here to make sure I don't ruin those threads on those studs. That would be horrible. Okay, so my ichrometer tells me that's 15 millimeters. Yeah, maybe. Glad I put lube on there. Loud bolt noises. Alright, so they come loose. Let me run out back and check the rear. Giggity. That's what I said, choppy. Okay, so it looks like everybody's gonna come loose. Yep, those are sharp, careful. All right, looks like everything is gonna come loose here. This is good. Let's go fetch the transmission jack and support the weight here. I left it over here in the corner. Let's see, get rid of that. We don't need the block of wood. We do need this. Roll this thing right on over to our unit. All right, moving on up. One pump at a time. And contact. All right, time for full send action. Put it back. All right, let's lose these nuts up here. Unclicks. It's not gonna work. Okay, we're doing this manually. All right, so we're just gonna go through and manually do the clicks on this thing because power tools aren't gonna do it. It's not that it's tight, it's that the stud is it's absorbing all those impacts, so none of that force is actually being transferred to the nut. It's passing through the nut and into the stud because it's physics. All right, one is nearly done. See the bottom of the strap starting to flop around. This one's almost out of here, and then we'll go back up to that front one there. Once these straps are gone, I can reach up. Whoops, need that nut, come back. When the straps are gone, I can reach up, disconnect all the fuel lines and whatnot, and then we can drop this thing out of here. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's what I meant. See that big old honking stud thing right there? This was twisting and absorbing the impacts, which made them not impacts. What a horrendous sound. And nobody better tell me I should just cut a hole in the floor. I don't do that kind of stuff. I mean, some may, but it's just, it's not my speed, you know, I'd rather not. Almost. Come on, nut. Become unnutted. Better. Sweet. All right, 2 straps removed. Okay, we're gonna give this a little bit of down, very slowly. And as it comes down, I'll see what I can do about getting a strap over the top of this to hang on to it. And strap click. Okay, that's on. Those are disconnected. That's the fuel inlet and then the vent tube. Let's let this guy down some. Coming down. Yeah, this is much more stabler with the straps on it, because now it can't slide and fall out. That's good. What are we stuck on back here? Tubes. These tubes are hardened and they don't flex at all. They're supposed to be flexible, but this rubber is so old, they don't do that. Unfortunate, yes. Okay, we're coming down a little bit farther now. I've got, those 2 are clear. We only have left 1 and 2 fuel lines and then the electrical line. And this thing should be free and it can come down the rest of the way. Let's get that out of the way, this one. And here's our electrical connecting unit. It's been out before. All right, let's see what we can do about these fuel lines right here. There's our disconnector. Spray some spray in there because I'm sure these are full of dirt and nasty. There we go. Let's just see if I can get these to come loose or not. Put the release tool in there. It's got little like fingers that hang on to the fuel line. And you gotta depress the little fingers to make it release. That's the challenging part. There we go, I think I got it. Come off. Retract from the other side. Maybe if I pull and not push, I can get a better result. Oh, come on. It's not working. It's not releasing. There it is. It released. Good. These plastic fuel line tools are okay. They used to be made of metal back in the day. There, got them. Fuel lines off. Good to go. Let's let this thing down and pull the pump out. All right, tank coming all the way down, almost all the way. We'll let her down so I can work on it. We've got to pull this assembly out of here, and then we can inspect what's going on. Now, regardless of whether there's a fault in here or not, we're putting a new pump in it because this thing is ancient sauce, and well, it's getting a new pump. All right, let's de-dirt this area. Bye. Nice. Where's my lubricant? Need penetrating lubricant. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's get the ring off. Now, I do, at this point in time, have some tools that are designed to release these rings. However, this is an old school ring, and because of that, we actually do use a chisel. There's nothing I can do about that, is what it is. No re. You just get a hold of it, give it some taps, the ring turns, and then unlocks. That's how it's done. Then we can pry this guy up now and let us see what's going on here. Looks fairly normal. That's not cool. That thing's broken right there. That's been separated and disconnected. Alrighty, coming in, we've got a new unit here. Slightly revised and updated. It's got a different style of pump in it and a slightly different pickup from the original, but it does state that this is a good replacement for this. You will see that there's an extra hose on here, or an extra connection for a hose. This one's blocked off in case the vehicle is equipped with a certain emissions package, and I'm going to have to change the connector on the harness side to make this pump fit. But other than those slight differences, this is an acceptable unit for replacement, and we're going to go ahead and drop that in right now. I forgot to put the seal on, so I need to backtrack. Love my job. I took the old seal out and did not put the new one in yet. So, we'll stick that guy right there. It's a big old O-ring seal. Goes right there in its little groove. Perfect. Set this guy down into its home. Get it oriented properly. I think it goes right about like something like that, I think. Close to it. There we go. Okay, that fits, and our little ring here. Slide that over. Over. This thing's spring-loaded, so I've got to kind of push down on it until I can start the ring. Not particularly easy to do. Yeah, I've actually got to compress this gasket some in order to get this thing to seat fully, and that's a tall order. This gasket's not very forgiving. Let's work at some. It's actually kind of large and it wants to pop out. And we're in right there. We're in right there. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere, I think. I think I got it. Yep, got it. Good. Fuel system click. It's in. Woo! was fun. Okay, break time. Alrighty, now we need to move on and get this connector pigtail installed on that one over there on the harness side of the truck. You see this one fits the new pump, but does not fit the old pump. So we need to get this thing soldered and crimped on over there. They gave me some blue butt connectors. We're not using these. These are not going to be sufficient for an outdoor application. So I'm going to use some solder embedded heat shrink tube that are much more better than these blue ones right here. So let's get this junk out of here and move on over, and we'll go ahead and get this thing reconnected or connected to the wiring harness. Okie doke, so what we need to do here is pull back some of this wire loom stuff. It's taped on. Hang on, need some cutters or a knife. I'll just use my knife right here. We'll cut the tape back, mirror tape, and then separate the loom. Come on, there we go. More tape. Let's get rid of that. All of it. Okay, we've got 4 wires here, power and a ground for the pump, and then 2 wires for the signal for the float level switch. Now I believe I need the instructions. Okay, well this is a 100% failure. See, the instructions that are inside of this box are for GM fuel pumps. And I have 0 diagrams and instructions to wire a Ford fuel pump. So these things are garbage and I have no use for the instructions, so now I gotta figure this out the hard way. Here's what I've come up with. The thicker gauge wires are gonna be the black and the red. So that tells me these are the ones that are going to the pump itself, okay? So that's the ones for the motor. That means these 2 circuits are for the float level, okay? So I'm gonna need a meter here. We're gonna have to do some testing to figure out exactly which one of these goes where. We're probably gonna use the old module as a reference. See, we've got 4 wires going in and only 3 wires coming out. So we've got a black and a red, that's power supply, going to the pump inside. Now we can see here someone's been here before. See those butt connectors? That means that the actual pump inside has been replaced once. But we're changing the whole module. Anyway, I digress. We've got 3 wires coming in, and then this one right here is not going anywhere. See that 4th pin? Now there is a wire on that 4th pin, which looks like a black or a brown or a tan wire with a red tracer. So what we're gonna do is find it on the other side. Something with a red tracer. Okay, I see it. It's this one here, which is that pin right there, the one up on the top. Now that doesn't help us much, but it is going to help us to figure out which one of the wires on the new pump is going to be the ground to the can, or the top of the module, I should say. This metal piece right here, it just grounds right out to that. So we're going to take a continuity test of this harness and see which one of these 2 wires here has continuity to the top of this lid. That's kind of my thought process. I think it's going to be the gray one. Memory doesn't serve, so I can either take it back out and check it, or I'll just check it with a meter. I choose option B. So I'm going to connect my jumper lead to the ground on the meter. Set that over there. And we're going to switch this to continuity to the alarm. We'll test our tester. Okay. Now what this is going to do, since I've got it hooked up to gray, if this gray wire is the same as this red tracer wire, I should get a beep right here. And it's a negative. No beep. So no continuity. Let's try the yellow. And I should probably plug this in. Maybe that will help. Click. Oh, there it is. Okay. Testing failure. Okay, that wasn't making continuity to either one of those, so I You know what? I'm gonna leave nothing to chance here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this ring back off and just visually identify the correct connectors. This is leading to trouble. I was hoping the instructions were gonna tell me which ones, but I got GM instructions, not Ford instructions. So we're doing it again. Hang on, bear with me here, folks. Bear with me. Get this old pump out of here. No. Oh, I see. Both wires are running down to the level sensor and not grounding to this lid. That's the problem. So I've got a blue and a white and a blue and a white. So that means that I'm assuming that my yellow is the white and then the blue is going to be the ground for the sensor, or the other side of the circuit for the sensor rather. It's not really a ground, they just used this to complete the circuit, which I don't know why there's not just a second wire in here. Can you guys see that? Hey, I'm confused. I mean, I'm not, but I am. Let's cut this thing back and see what's going on here. Make sure we get this done correctly. I think what I'm going to do is just go with what I know, and that's going to be the positive and the negative for the pump. We'll do those two first. So that tells me we're back to our black and our red. Let's get these set up and connected and soldered, and then we'll deal with the other ones later. Here, let's go ahead and get all these guys cut off. We don't need this connector anymore. I'm cutting it as far down as I can, just to keep as much of this wire as possible. Unclicks, don't need this, goodbye. Okay, let's strip these guys real quick. We're gonna do the black one and then this pink and black one. These are the two heavy gauge wires. So we got black as a ground, there's our hot wire, and then these two are the level sensor wires. So we're gonna go with that as the appropriate circuits. I cut this guy a little too long. No worries, I'll just snip these off some, not that much. And second one, that much. And I'm going to use, like I said, some solder embedded heat shrink connectors. Let's see, let's go ahead and slide this one over our wire like so. And what I'm going to do is we'll take these guys, kind of shove them together. I wonder if the solder is going to work bonding these two different wire types. One appears to be aluminum, one appears to be not. I need to cut a little bit more. There. Kind of shove those together. And I put a twist in these if it's possible. Sometimes it's really not. These are actually really stiff strands. Anyway, we slide our connector over it. There we go. And we'll hit it with some heat. Now I understand there's a fuel tank here. I know. It's gonna be okay. I'll shrink up the bottom side first. That way if the solder starts to flow, it can't just run out of the entire wire. So we'll seal it. And then we'll move up the connector. There we go. That solder is supposed to melt, I'd say around 300 degrees. Yep, I can see it start to wick out into the strands of wire. This is good. It means it's creating the connection and securing it. Okay, one is done. Let's get wire number 2 set up. This is the hot side for the pump. Still a little toasty in there. Shove them together. That didn't work. Warm. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Hang on, I can fix that. Give it a twist here. Yes. And then one more time with our connector. We'll shrink it up. Then I can move on to the 2 circuits that send the fuel level. And again, don't worry, the gas is not going to explode. Everything's safe, I'm fine. Promise. I always make sure I'm safe. One of my daily goals is to not die at work. So I always make sure that I'm safe-ish. Alright, good to go. That's connection number 2. Now again, looking at our unit here, so we've got our level sensor, our rheostat right here. That's using the yellow wire. And we see we have no wire coming through. So we're using this right here as part of the wire because this guy bolts on and attaches electronically right here with this little bracket. So this is our ground side or our other side of the circuit. So we're gonna focus on our yellow wire. And over here, our yellow wire continues to be yellow on the factory side, which means it continues to be yellow on the factory plug. So using process of elimination, if our yellow matches up with, let's see what we have over here. So the white is the yellow, because if we follow the white down, it attaches right here to the same place on the level sensor on the factory unit. And then we can see that the blue attaches to the plate, that little ground plate. See it right there at the bottom? That's where the blue attaches. So I will consider the blue wire the empty space, and I will consider the yellow wire the white wire. And since the yellow wire is the white wire here, that means it turns into the yellow wire here. Therefore, I connect it to the yellow wire here. That confirms it. Okay, so that means yellow to yellow, and gray with the red stripe to the solid gray. I know that seems self-explanatory, but the alternative was I get this wrong and I have to take all this down and then do it again anyway. So it was worth the risk to pull that out just to confirm. Should have thought about that earlier, but I relied on instructions, and well, yeah, instructions were for GM vehicles. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these 2 soldered up and connected and sealed up and taped and wrapped up and all that good stuff, and then we'll put the tank back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip this part because this is just kind of boring and you've already seen it twice. So I'll be back when this section right here is complete. Okay, we've got all the goodies out of here. This is all connected, wired up, we're good to go. Let's go ahead, back up some. Let's raise this thing back up into its position, bolt it in. We'll throw a battery charger on this and then attempt to restart it one more time, see what happens. So, what do you guys think? Is it gonna run after this, or is it not? I think it'll run, but it's not gonna run very well. That's what I think. Moving on up. I can't get the fuel lines connected in the wrong spot because 2 different size diameter hoses. Put these guys in right away. One there, one out back. Vent hoses, check. That's connected. Let's fold our fill hose and drain hose, or vent hose, up into the frame, and then we will continue moving upward. There's one, fuel line number 2. So we're now fully connected. We just need to get this up and in position here. Okay, the fill hose is coming up and over the frame. We're almost in position. Okay, clear of all obstructions. That's in position right here, that's good. All right, let's get the straps on her. Okay, strap 1 coming up. It fits into the frame with this little T type of fitting right here. So that hooks into the frame. Then we go up through this hole and then through the top of the frame on this side here. So I need to push this back. Feed it through. Where are you? There it is. A little bit more up action. And it came through the top, so let's get the nut on there. I know you guys can't see. Kind of can't stop to move my camera.
I am the cameraman.
Whew. Okay, I got the one on. Right, runs through, straps over. Let's get that other strap over yonder. And that one comes through, oh, back here. Slip that in, rotate it. Now it's hooked on. Swing this around, and then up through that little hole right there, and then I gotta find the hole in the top of the frame over here. It's up there somewhere. Poking around trying to find it here. Bear with me. I think that's it. Yeah. That it? Did it come through? Yes. Yes, it did. Come on, thread, please. All right. Woohoo. Okay. That's in. Let's put a couple turns on that fastener so it doesn't pop off. It's only engaging like half of a thread. And we'll go back down, unstrap this tank from the jack, and then let the jack down. I have a better idea. Yeah, I win. Okay, let's go and get strap number 2 right here. All right, we're safe. It's good, it can't come out, not going anywhere. Jack stand coming down. Okie dokes, everything's cleared from under the unit here. Let's get her off the locks, release. Release more, there we go. And van coming down. Let's throw some fuel in this thing. Fire up the battery charger and see if this thing's gonna start and come alive or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, coming in. And re-popping the hood. There we go. All right, we're back inside. I threw a fresh battery in. It's not a new one, it's one of mine. But I threw a battery in this so we can maybe attempt to get it to crank. Let's see, we need to plug the fuel line back in up here. Let's reconnect this guy. Come on, click. We're gonna need some lube in there. Its O-rings are too dry. Hang on, lubricant 30. Yeah, we'll use that. So anyway, yeah, I've got a battery in it. I threw some fuel in it. Now, we need to plug this guy back in and then see if it's gonna start with known good fuel and a known good fuel delivery mechanism. So here goes nothing. Okay, I heard the pump come on. We'll cycle the key a couple times to get some fuel flowing. And starting the engine. Uh-huh. Some smoke. All right, it's running. It was running. Didn't do that before. All right, one more time. Come on, you. Come on. Ah. A little longer. Cool.
Why?
Oh, key fell out again. Hang on. Bear with me here. Come on, key. Gotta fix that too. This makes it not very easy to try to start this because the key doesn't even go in. Oh, come on. Getting annoyed. Stay alive, you. There's so much wrong with this truck. Okay, it's running again. A little bit better. It is alive. Okay. Woo! I guess we're getting somewhere. It's running. But the problem is, it's got a huge vacuum leak, and it only runs with the huge vacuum leak. Watch this. I try to close that up, and it wants to die. Don't stall, you just stay running. We're gonna let this thing run for a while. Don't. Come on. Well, it's better than it was. Let's try again. Oh, I modified the key. I use the screwdriver now. Stay. Yeah, I think it smells really, really rich. Like stupid rich. Yeah, it's rich. Don't do that. See, in this configuration, it stays running. But if I take away the fuel, it stops running. So 1 minute, I think it has too much fuel, and then another minute, it doesn't have enough fuel, because now it's running off brake clean and not its known good fuel supply. Because this thing should want to run with this hose connected to the PCB, and it will not run. Yep. See, now we're done. I stopped with the auxiliary fuel supply, and it wants to stall out.